we are going to start today's lesson. Right? Okay, children. Now, in our last lesson, we discussed the be verbs. Am, is, are. And we did some activities on that. So I hope that you all have done them correctly and you got the idea correctly. Right? Okay. Then we did some activities in our textbook as well. So you may go through them again, right? And be thorough with the basics, right? Because if you don't know the basics well, you can't do the other lessons correctly. Right. My dear students, let's start today's lesson, right? Be ready with your textbooks, writing books, pens and pencils. Yes. We discussed the verb tenses. Verb to be, present, past, and future. Right? In our last lesson, we discussed the present tense of be verbs. Am, is, are. And today, we are going to talk about the past tense of be verbs and the future form of be verbs, right? And they are very important in our in all 4 skills, right? Okay. Right. Look at this one. Right? So, as we discussed the present tense last week, right? Today, I'm going to focus your attention on past simple be affirmative. Right? How we use be verbs using simple past tense. Right? So, you all can see it, and if you want, you may write them down. Right? Here we have the singular form. Right? I, you, he, she, and it. Right. Look at the be verbs was and were. I was. You can say, right? You can use it in a sentence. I was in grade 5 last year. I was in grade 5 last year. Because that's past tense. Then you. We take you. Although it's in singular form, when we say you, we have to use the be verb were. You were. Right? You were good students. Right? You were in grade 5 last year. You were. Then you come to he, she, and it. So there you have to use the be verb was. He was in grade 5 last year. She was my teacher. It was a beautiful puppy. It was. Right? Then we come to the plural form. you, we, and they. There, as it is in plural form, we have to use the be verb were. You were, right? You were in grade 5. We were in grade 5. They were in grade 5. Right? So, this is the simple past tense be verbs in affirmative form. Right? So, I think you have written these things in your books. We'll go through them again. Write them quickly if you have not written them. I was. You were. He was. She was. It was. Then we have the plural form. You were. We were. And they were. Right. Let's move on to an activity. Right. Look at this activity. This is a grammar worksheet, be verb, and you have to use the sentences in past tense. Right. And 2 examples are given. Right. Look at the first one. I am late. Now there you have the be verb am, and you need to write the sentences using past tense, past be verb. I am. Right? So you have to write it as I was. I am late. I was late. මේක පුතේ අපි present tense වලින් ඉගෙන ගත්තේ am is are ඒක අපි past tense වලට එනවා was were කියලා. ඒ හින්දා මේ sentences you have to change all the sentences into past tense. Right? At the time goes flies, you can write only the answer. උත්තරේ විතරක් ලියන්න පුතේ ඔයගලගේ writing book එකේ. Because you can see the sentences on the screen. I am late. I was late. Are they hungry? Were they hungry? Right. I will read out the sentences. The given sentences, you may write them down quickly using the past form. Number 3. Thomas isn't at school. Number 4. Why is she late? Number 5. My brother is a doctor. Number 6. They aren't here. Number 7. Eva is a teacher. Number 8. Is Mr. Smith a taxi driver? Number 9. Where are your books? Number 10. Are you a student? Number 11. What is that? Then number 12. Sue isn't tired. Number 13. My holiday is nice. Number 14. Why are you happy? Number 15. The pen is blue. Number 16. Am I the winner? Then number 17. Is the answer correct? Number 18. Who is sick? Number 19, we are hungry. Then the last one, that's funny. Right. Quickly write them down using past be form. You can see the two examples given and you can follow them. Right, I'll help you with the third one. Thomas isn't at school. Now, when you say isn't, it's the negative form. So the negative form of was is wasn't. And the negative form of were is were not. Thomas isn't at school. So when you change it into past tense, Thomas wasn't at school. Was not, wasn't. That is the contraction of was not. Right, that is the third one. And let's move on to number 4. Why is she late? Is a be verb that is in present tense. When you put it into past tense, we use was. So the answer is, why was she late? Why was she late? ඔගලන් පුතේ past tense වලින් එන sentence එක විතරක් ලියා ගන්න පුතේ. Right? Okay. Then number 5, my brother is a doctor. My brother is a doctor. Then you can say, my brother was a doctor. They aren't here. They are not here. So it's in the shortened form. They have used the shortened form. They aren't here. So you can write it as they weren't. They were not. They weren't here. Right. Then let's move on to number 7. Eva is a teacher. That's very simple. Eva was a teacher. Eva was a teacher. Then number 8. There's a question form. We discussed in our last lesson the question form of be verbs. Is Mr. Smith a taxi driver? Yes, put into past tense. Okay, you have to use the be verb was. Was Mr. Smith a taxi driver? Was Mr. Smith a taxi driver? Right. Number 9. Where are your books? Are. So you have to change it into were. Where were your books? Where were your books? That's a question. Then number 10. Are you a student? Are you a student? So you have to write it as, were you a student? You. Right? With the pronoun. Right. Next one. What is that? What is that? What was that? What was that? Right. Number 12. Sue isn't tired. Sue isn't tired. Isn't. Sue wasn't tired. Was not tired. Sue was not or wasn't. The shortened form of was not. My holiday is nice. Right. You can say, my holiday was nice. Is changes into was. Why are you happy? Yes. You have to say, why were you happy? Why were you happy? Then number 15. The pen is blue. The pen is blue. The pen was blue. The pen was blue. Right. Number 16. That's a question. Am I the winner? So, yes, was I the winner? Number 17. Is the answer correct? Was the answer correct? Number 18. Who is sick? Who is sick? Who was sick? Who was sick? Right. Number 19. We are happy. We are happy. Yes. Now you know the answer. We were happy. Sorry, we were hungry. We are hungry. We were hungry. Then the last sentence of this activity. That's funny. That is funny. Yes, changes into that was funny. That was funny. So I think now you have got all 20 sentences and you must have got a clear idea on how to use be verbs in past tense, was and were, right? And in these 20 sentences, we discussed the question forms and the negative forms as well. So I think you have got them correctly. Okay, children. Right. There is another activity. Right? There is another activity. Right. Grammar error correction. Now here you have got some sentences and in these sentences there are mistakes in some sentences. Right? Some sentences are written with mistakes. මේකේ තියෙනවා පුතේ මේ වාක්‍යවල සමහරක් වාක්‍ය තියෙනවා වැරදිත් එක්ක ලියලා තියෙනවා. Right? So you have to identify them, identify the sentences with mistakes and you have to correct them. Right? මේකේ වැරදි විදිහට verb forms පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන sentences තියෙනවා. ඒවා ඔයගොල්ලන් හරි ගස්සලා ලියන්න ඕන. And there are some sentences in correct form. හරි විදිහට ලියලා තියෙන ඒවාත් තියෙනවා. So you can put a tick against the sentence. Sentence එක ඉස්සරහින් හරි වාක්‍යවලට ඉස්සරහින් හරියක් දාන්නත් පුළුවන්. Okay. And two examples are given. Look at the first one. Mr. Paddington are from Peru. That's a person. That's only one person. Right? So you can't say are. Right? That's the mistake. Right? So that sentence is incorrect. There, you can't use the be verb are. So you have to use the be verb is because it's in singular form. Mr. Paddington is from Peru. Is from Peru. Right. Then number 2. Maria and Joseph are at the supermarket. Maria and Joseph. There are two people. So you can use the be verb are at the supermarket. That's a correct sentence. Right? Now you don't need to copy down the sentences. Read the sentence. I will read them for you. And if there is a mistake, you correct it and write it in the book. මම උගලන්ට වාක්‍ය කියවනවා. කියවල එකේ වැරද්දක් තියෙනවා නම් වැරද්ද හරි ගස්සලා හරි වාක්‍ය විතරක් පුතේ ලියන්න. And if the sentence is correct, වාක්‍ය හරි නම් put the number and put a tick. ඒ වාක්‍ය හරි නම් ප්‍රශ්න අංකේ දාලා ඒක ඉස්සරහින් හරියක් දාන්න. Right? Okay. Look at number 3. I am go to work at 7 o'clock every morning. I am go to work. I am go to work at 7 o'clock every morning. Is it correct? Or is there a mistake? Just go through the sentence again. I am go to work at 7 o'clock every morning. Yes. Yes, you can't say I am go to work. Right? You can't, you no need to have the be verb am there. You can say I go to work at 7 o'clock every morning. I go to work at 7 o'clock every morning. That's a mistake. Right? Incorrect use of am. වැරදි විදිහට එතන am පාවිච්චි වෙලා තියෙනවා. Right? So you write the sentence without am. I go to work at 7 o'clock every morning. Right. Then number 4. My brother and I am both very busy today. My brother and I. Can you use the be verb am there? Just think of, now you have learned them. Yes. My brother and I are very busy. Right? My brother and I are very busy today. Then next one. Number 4. Right. Then we'll move on to number 5. Right. Then number 5. Is Mr. John is at the park? Is Mr. John is at the park? So that's the question. Is Mr. Jones at the park? Is Mr. Jones? You can't use is there. Is Mr. Jones at the park? That's the question form. Right. Then number 6. Why are the books on the floor? Why are the books on the floor? What do you think of this sentence? Why are the books on the floor? Yes, the noun, it's in plural form. So you can use the be verb are there. That's fine. That's a correct sentence. You can put a tick. Right. Then number 7. Do they both work at the supermarket? Do they both work at the supermarket? Yes. What do you think of this sentence? That's a question. Do they work at the supermarket or do they both work at the supermarket? That's expected. Okay. That's accepted, right? Then number 8. Where the post office is? That's a question form. Where the post office is? Yes, how do you ask that question? Where is the post office? Where is the post office? Where is the post office? Number 9. Are you know the answer to the question? Are you know? You can't ask like that. Did you identify the mistake there? Do you know the answer to this question? Then number 10. I don't know the answer to the last question. I don't know the answer to the last question. Did you find any mistake there? Yes, that's a correct sentence. You can put a tick. Number 11. The students at the library. The students at the library. When you say students, it's in plural form, right? So you have to insert the be verb are. The students are at the library. Right. Number 12. I am happy today because today a holiday. I am happy today because today a holiday. What's the mistake there? I am happy today because today is a holiday. Yes, you have to insert the be verb is there. Right. Let's move on to number 13. What color your new car is? That's a question. What color your new car is? Yes, how do you correct it? What's the color of your new car? Or you can say, what color is your new car? What color is your new car? You have to insert is after the word color. What color is your new car? Number 14. Carol likes the new Italian restaurant. Carol likes the new Italian restaurant. Is there a mistake? No. Yes, that's a correct one. Right. Number 15. January is the first month of the year. January is. January is. Yes, that is accepted. Correct. No mistakes. January is the first month of the year. Then number 16. Are they is at the movie theater? Are they is at the movie theater? Yes. Do you find any mistake? Yes. They have used two be verbs, are and is. Are they at the movie theater? They, it's in plural form, so you have to use the be verb are. So, are they at the movie theater? Right? Okay. Now, I think with this activity, you got some kind of idea, some kind of knowledge on identifying the mistakes and on how to use be verbs once again. Okay. And in your book, in your textbook, turn to page 35. 35, activity 4. 35, activity 4. Textbook. කියවීම් පොතේ පිටුව 35, right? පිටුව 35, activity 4. Right. Here also in this sentence, this is for homework. You can do it later, not now. A paragraph is given. It's about Pathum, right? And he describes his classroom. He describes his classroom, right? So identify how be verbs are used, right? You can rewrite the passage in your writing book and underline the be verbs. And below that, there are some questions given. So you can answer them. Go through the passage. A passage කියවන්න පුතේ. That's for homework. Read the passage and underline the be verbs and see how they have used be verbs in sentence, both in singular form and plural form. That's page 35. ඔගලන්ගේ කියවීම් පොතේ පිටු අංක 35. That's for homework. Okay. Look at this one. Now, children, we used be verbs in present tense, past tense, And now we are going to talk about the future tense. Right. You can write down that. Leave some space to do your homework and write this down. Right? Future. ඒ කියන්නේ පුතේ අපි දැන් අනාගතේ. අනාගතේ ගැන අපි මොන හරි වාක්‍යයක් කියන්න ඕන. කොහොමද අපි tense එක පාවිච්චි කරන්න කියලා බලමු. Right. Here we use will. I will be. He will be. She will be. It will be. You will be. We will be. And they will be. Right? Okay, write them quickly. Right. Now here I have used will form. Will. The word will to indicate future. And you may use shall as well. Will කියන එක වෙනකොට පුතේ අපිට shall කියන එක පාවිච්චි කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. I shall. 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 I shall be. I will be a doctor one day. That may be your ambition, right? I will be an engineer one day, right? I will be in good health. මම හොඳ නිරෝගීව ඉන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. That's our hope, right? He will be. He will be a good citizen in our country. He will be. My brother will be. My brother will be in grade 8 next year. ඔයා අනාගතේ කරන්න යන දේවල්. She will be my class teacher next year. Right? Instead of she, you can say, Mrs. Pereira will be my class teacher next year. Right. It will be. Right? It will be. It will be a beautiful house. Now you are building a house. Now in future, it will be a beautiful house. Right? You will be. You will be obedient students. ඕගොල්ලන් හොඳ කීකරු ළමයි වෙයි. Right? Okay. We will be. We will be in schools very soon. Right? That's the hope. අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ to be in our school very soon. We will be in schools very soon. You hope to be. Hope. ඔයගලගේ බලාපොරොත්තුවක්. So there also you use the word will. Right. They will be politicians one day. They will be politicians. Right? They will be. Right? Okay. That is how you use the future form of be verbs, right? Now you may write down some sentences using this form. You can build up your own sentences. I'll give you a few minutes. Try to write your own sentences. Yes, quickly. If you want, you can select 2 or 3 structures and write some sentences. Using I will be, you may to express your feelings, right? Right, your ambition, to talk about your ambition. Now your teacher may ask you to write about your ambition. So you have to use these structures, right? write about 2-3 sentences. Right. Okay, I think you have attempted on that, right? I will give you the opportunity, right, to talk, just to give the answers, right? Before that, we'll move on to another activity. Keep the things ready, keep your sentences with you, right? I will give you the opportunity, right, to get the answers, right? I think that's enough time to write 2 or 3 sentences using the future form. Okay, look at this one. This is a summary of the things that we discussed, the gist of the lesson. Right? Look at the sentences. Past tense. I sailed, right? I sailed to Florida last week. That is the past tense. Then in present tense, I am, that is in present continuous. I am sailing to Florida. Then you have the future tense. I will sail to Florida next week. So these are the 3 sentences, right? 3 tenses that we discussed in be verbs. Okay. Just have a look. No need to write, right? Right. There is a puzzle. I think you like them, right? Because they are interesting. Yes, they are interesting. Just have a look. There are words across and down, right? There are words across and right. And can you see the words in purple color, the highlighted words, right? You may use the highlighted words in past tense in the puzzle. මේකේ පුතේ highlight කරලා තියෙනවානේ වචන කීපයක් නේද? ඒ තියෙන verbs. ඒක highlight කරලා තියෙන verbs වල past tense එක තමයි අපි puzzle එකේ පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. Right? Use the highlighted words in past tense to solve the puzzle. Right. I will read out the sentences, right? The lake freeze overnight. The highlighted word is freeze. You may write down the verb freeze. Freeze කියන වචන විතරක් ලියා ගන්න පුතේ ඉක්මනින්. Freeze. Right. Then number 2. He write blank a letter to his cousin in Arizona. He write. Right? Okay, so you have to find out the past tense of write. Then Christina buy a new bicycle. So find out the past tense of buy. Adam. Adam give me a slice of pizza. The highlighted verb is give. Then number 6, that is across. We drink. The highlighted word is drink. Root better flows. Sorry, we drink. Then the next one, the dog sleep blank on the sofa. Then you have another 3 sentences that come down in the puzzle. I find a quarter on the ground. Quarter. I find. Find is the highlighted verb. The next one. Will teach his cat to use the litter box. Then Tiffany blow out the candle. Okay. Quickly find out their past tense verbs. Right? And look at the puzzle. Number 1 across. How many letters should be there? 5-letter word. Yes. The lake freeze. The past tense is froze. Freeze, froze, frozen, right? Froze. Then number 2. He write a letter to his cousin in Arizona. Write. What is the past tense of write? Wrote. W-R-O-T-E. Number 2. Across. 5-letter word. Then Christina buy. Buy a new bicycle. The past tense of buy is bought. B-O-U-G-H-T. B-O-U-G-H-T. Now, most of the students may confuse with the verbs buy and bring. Buy, the past tense of buy is bought, B-O-U-G-H-T. The past tense of bring is brought, B-R-O-U-G-H-T. Then number 5, Adam. Adam, give, the past tense is gave, G-A-V-E. 5 across. Right. Then next one, number 6. We drink. The past tense is drank, D-R-A-N-K. That is number 6 across, drank. Then number 7 across, sleep. The past tense of sleep is slept, S-L-E-P-T. S-L-E-P-T. That's a 5-letter word, number 7 across. Okay, now look at the down. I find. The past tense of find is found, F-O-U-N-D. 1 down. Found. The next one. Will teach his cat to use the litter box. Teach. Teach. The past tense of teach is taught. T-A-U-G-H-T. Taught. Right. Then number 4. Tiffany blow out the candle. Blow. Blow can පුතේ අපි candle එක නිවන්නේ. අතින් බිම්බල ඒක තමයි blow. Blow, blew. B-L-E-W. Blow, blew. Right? If you want, you may write down on the puzzle quickly. Right? And what I want you to give is to give the past tense verbs, right? The use of past tense verbs in different texts. So now you did many activities, right? I think you got the idea correctly, and you may go through your textbooks, and there are some nice activities, right? And you can do them leisurely. Right. I think this is enough. Now, I think I told you before that I'm going to give you the opportunity, right, to talk about the sentences that you wrote using the future tense. Right. Yes, you can present your ideas now. Yes. Yes, you can present your ideas.
I will do, doctor.
You will be a doctor, right? Okay, I will be a doctor. I heard the Right, okay. I think you have written your sentences.
ළමයි මොකද ඔයා ගහන්නේ? සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක කිව්වේ ළමයි බේරන්නම.
Right, I just gave you the opportunity to present your sentences, right? Not to make any noise, right? And there are some students, those who wish to present their ideas, but as you were making noise, they couldn't present their ideas, right? So don't do that thing again. Let the others learn something. Okay, children? Okay, I think you have written some good sentences, right? When you once you're back to school, you can discuss it with your teacher. Okay, that's enough for today, right? We'll meet on Monday with another lesson. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.